Hello, everybody. This will be the four states node elimination for the GTG that we do have. This is the example that we do have actually last meeting. This is the quiz that we do have, as I believe. So we'll begin to run through here how can we do it. Accordingly, we will begin to work on this, and we have to make it perfect GTG. So let's try to see if Q0 to Q0 do have already a state transition. Okay, Q0 to Q1, that is 0. Q0 to Q2, there's no transition. So what can we do right now? Let's try to build a transitions for that. So it must be null. Okay, so Q0 to Q2, null. Q0 to Q3, there's no transition. We can create null for that. So null. Okay, then Q0 from Q1, I'm so sorry. Um, Open. Okay, there you have it. So Q1 to Q1 there is 1. Q1 to Q2 there is 0. Q1 to Q0 there's none. So we can create null. And Q2 to Q0 3 there is. Oh no, no, Q1 to Q3 there's no. Okay, that's how it works. And Q2, Q1 to Q0 done, Q1 to Q2 done, Q1 to Q1 done. Q2 to Q0, there is 1. Q2 to Q1, there's none. So, none. Q2 to Q3, there is, okay, it's complete already. Q2 to Q2, null. And it could have been better that you do have already your extra pens for this. It will be good. So Q3 to Q3 there is, Q3 to Q0 there is, Q3 to Q2 there is none. Will be now Q3 to Q1, null. Okay, that's already a complete GTG that we do have right now. So what can we do? We will begin to remove first. Since Q2 is your final state, our K, we can just simply do it from the highest value down to the lowest value. I mean, higher from the lowest value down to the highest value, highest state. I mean, so sorted manner lang siya. So if Q1 will be removed first, Q3 will follow. Okay, removing Q1. So we can just create right now a path accordingly. So Q0 to Q2, Q0 to Q3, and Q0 to Q0. So we will not begin to pass by Q1 because Q1 is our state that will begin to remove. And afterwards, there will be Q2 to Q0 and Q2 to Q2 and Q2 to Q3 and Q3 to Q3, Q3 to Q0, Q3 to Q 2. It's okay if it will not be sorted here. That's fine because I'll just try to see the answer still. So right now here, for example, this one will follow this formula that we do have, the RPQ. So this will be your let's try to use another color. This will be your P and this will be your Q. So from Q0 to Q2, what will be the transitions from Q0 to Q2? Q0 to Q2, that is null. Okay, null. And plus RPQ, that is PQ0 to K, that is Q1. So Q0 to Q1, that is 0. Then R kk. So q0, q1 to q1, that is 1, plus rkq from q1 to q2, since q is q2. So it is 0. So right now, since there is no we cannot simplify 0, 1, 0, because that isn't there's no such null right there. So the only thing that we'll begin to work on with r plus null values, it will become when you will union the 0, 1, 0 with the null, it will become 0, 1, 0. Because of course, once you will be going to any number that it will be union with null value, it will still be the element will be printed. Now afterwards, we do have the q0 to q3, wherein your p will be the q0 and your q will be q3. So therefore, q0 to q3 for the rpq, q0 to q3, that will be null, and plus from P, that is Q0, down to K, Q0 to Q1, that is 0, and then KK, that is 1, and then KQ from Q1 to Q3, that is null. So therefore, right now, 0, 1, any number multiplied with the null, it will become null. So null value, sorry, null value plus the highest precedence will be um 0, 1 multiplied by null, it will become null. So it will be null. So null plus null will become q0 to q3, that is, just a moment. No, no, no. That is any number, correct? So any number mo concatenated with 1, so it will not be affected in terms of 0, because 0 is different, because it is like this, 0 times 1 times null. So this will be multiplied with the 1. So 1 times um the so 0, 1 is 1 plus 0, 1, 0, 1, and it will become null. So 0. Okay, okay. Let's try to do it step by step. So 0, 1, 0, null and 0, that is null, correct? So null. Now 0 times null again, that is null. So therefore 0 plus null is equals to null. So therefore the answer that you do have will become, and by the way, there is a clean star here. Don't forget. Okay. Now, so clean star of here, that is null. So therefore, your answer for this one, since from here with a 1 clean star times to the null, it will become 0 null. Then 0 null will become null. And then null plus null is equals to null. So therefore, it will become null right now. Now, afterwards, from Q0 to Q0, that is 1 plus from Q0 to the k that is q1 that is 1, then kk, no, 0. 0, then pk, k is q1, tapos kk, diba? K is 1, clean star, and then from q1 down to q0. q1 down to q0 is null. Okay? Now, for this one, since the highest precedence will be the null value 1 plus 0, 1 with the null. So it will be in multiplied. 1 times null will become 0 plus null. 0 and null. Now, multiplied again. 0 plus null result. So 0 plus null, it will become 0. Oh, no. 1. This is 1. This is 1. Okay? Forgot. 1. So 1 plus null will become 1. So therefore, the resulting state here will be 1. Okay? Hopefully that is really simple. Now, Q2 to Q1, that is PQ. So Q2 to Q0, that is 1 plus Q2 to Q1, since Q2 is your P and Q1 will be your K, so that is null. And then KK is 1 clean star, and then times to the KQ Q1 to Q0, that is null. So therefore 1 plus null 1 star of null, so therefore it will become it will be multiplied. So 1 plus null and null, then null and null, it will become 1 plus null, then 1 plus null, it will still be 1. Okay, so that's really basic. Okay, then next Q2 to Q2. For this one, we will be going to run through with Q2 to Q2 right now. So it will be null going to Q2 to Q2 plus Q2 to Q1, that is null, and then Q1 to Q1, that is 1, and then Q1 to Q2, that is 0. So therefore, what will gonna happen for that one, 0 plus null 1 and 0. So multiply this will become null and 0. So 0 and null will become null. So therefore 0 plus null plus null equals null. Okay, so this is null. All right, so hopefully that is really clear for everybody. And Q2 to Q3, so from Q2 to Q3, that is 0. Then going to from Q2 to Q1, that is null. So then Q1 to Q1, that is 1. And afterwards, from Q1 to Q3, that is null. So therefore, what will gonna happen for 0 plus the null and 1 with the null? So therefore, for this one, multiply 1 with the null, it will become null. So null and null will be null. So plus 0, that is 0. So therefore, your answer here will become 0. Okay, hopefully that's clear. Now, afterwards, for Q3 to Q3, 1 plus Q3 to Q1, that is null. Then Q1 to Q1, that is 1 with the clean star. Q1 to Q3, that is null. So therefore, with 1 plus the null and star, clean star with 1 and null, it will still be multiplied, will become null, and then null and null will be null. 1 plus null will be 1. So therefore, it will be 1 right now. And Q3 to Q0, your Q3 to Q0 will be 0 plus Q3 to Q1, that is null, and Q1 to Q1, that is clean star of 1, then Q1 to Q0, that is null. So therefore, in solving that one from the 0 plus null and 1 clean star and null, so null and clean star is 1, null, and null, it will become null, and null and 0, it will become 0. So therefore, the answer here will be 0. So afterwards, what you'll begin to do, Q3 to Q2, Q3 to Q2, that is null, and then plus Q3 to Q1, that is null, and then Q1 to Q1, that is clean star of 1, and then Q1 to Q2, that is 0. So therefore, um, representing this one right now will be Q, will be, hindi na siya mag-agi. So, clean star, let me check. Okay, so for this, okay, lobat. Now afterwards, down to this one, let me just fix that line. Okay, so how will you do it? So times with the 1, clean star, and 0. So 0 and the so 0 and 1 clean star is 1 star, then no. This one clean star with the 1 star. No, null with the 1 star is null. Null with 0 is null. Null with null is null. Okay, so and afterwards, what you will need to do for this, we're done. We will begin to do the graph for this for this one, Q02. Okay. Okay. So we will just try to create a new state, Q0, then Q2. Since we remove Q1, so Q2 and Q3. So our initial state is Q0 and your final state is Q2. And then from Q0 to Q2 is 0, 1, 0. 0 clean star. There is a clean star. Okay? 0 clean star of 0. And then Q0 to Q3, there must be null, and Q0 to Q0 is 1, and Q2 to Q0 is 1, and Q2 to Q2 it is null, and Q2 to Q3 that is 0, and Q3 to Q3 it is 1, and Q3 to Q0 Q3 Q0 that is 0, and Q3 to Q2 that is null. Okay, this is our second GTG right now. So we will begin to run through. Let me just bring this here. Okay. Now let's try to run through with the implementation of this. So our goal is to remove the Q3. So remove Q3. So by removing Q3, it will become Q0 to Q0, Q0 to Q2, Q2 to Q2, and Q2 to Q0. So for this one, RPQ, that is Q0 to Q0, that is 1, plus RPK, that is Q0 to Q3, that is null. Then go to RKK, so Q3, Q3, that is 1 star, and excuse me, KQ, your Q is Q0, so the Q3 to Q0, that is 0. So simplifying that one, null, 1 star, and 0, 1 plus. So null will be multiplied by 1 star, it will become null, and 0 multiplied, so it will become null, plus the 1, it will become 1. So therefore, your resulting value will be like that. Okay? So for this one, Q0 to Q2, it will be 0, 1, clean star, 0, tapos plus Q0 to Q3, that is null, tapos from Q3 down to Q3, it will become 1, clean star, and then Q0, Q3 to Q2, that is null. So therefore, simplifying this one plus clean star of 1 and null, multiply, it will become null. Multiply by null, it will become null. So plus with this is will equate to 0, 1, clean star of 1, and 0. So that is the value that you do have right now. So for this Q2 to Q2, it will become Q2 to Q2, the direction will be 0 plus Q2 down to, no, Q2 to Q2 pata. So, Q2 to Q2, that is null, plus Q2 down to Q3, that is 0, plus Q3 times Q3, that is 1, clean star, and then Q3 down to Q2, that Q3 down to Q2, that is null. So therefore, by simplification, plus 0, 1, clean star, and null times with, it will become null, null times 0, it will become null, plus null will become null. So we're done with that. Q2 to Q0 will become Q2 to Q0, that is 1, plus Q2 to Q3, that is 0, Q3 to Q3, that is 1, clean star, and then Q3 down to Q0, that is 0. So therefore, for this one, there's no highest precedence because we cannot calculate 1 star to 0, 1 of 0, and will 1 plus the 0, 1, 0, that is not cannot be simplified. So therefore, we can draw the two state according to that. So your state right now will be Q0 and Q2. So your Q0 to Q2, Q0 to Q2, that is 0, 1, and then 0. Then Q0 to Q0, that is 1. Then Q2 to um Q2 to Q2, that is 1 plus 0, 1. Ano ni siya? And Q2 to Q0. No. I'm so sorry. Q2 to Q0. Yes, that is Q2. This is Q2 to Q2. This is null. Q2 down to Q0, it will become 1 plus 0, 1, and 0. So therefore, by simplifying this using this one, it will become, okay, let's simplify. This will be your I, this will be your J. So RII equals II is 1 star, and then IJ is 1 0 1 star 0, and then afterwards by simplification of the RJJ, no, yes, RJJ, that is null, and then plus RJI. So from Q2 to Q0, 0. Oh, no. It is 1 plus 0, 1 times 0. This is, let's try to enclose that with open and close parenthesis para hindi siya so that it will not be, okay. Lala, sorry. Will be organized. Okay? So plus afterwards, sorry. Okay, that is JI. And then after JI will become RII. II is 1, then star with IJ 0, 1, clean star 0. And then that is clean star. So let's simplify this. 0 plus this one, it will become this still. So 1 and then 0, 1 and then 0. It will become 1 plus 0, 1 and 0 and then 1 star 1 star times 0, 1 star 0 and then this one. So therefore, your regular expression for that, excuse me, for this is harmonic siya. So let's try to see if this is really our regular expression. Can also validate that above. So let's try to put that here. Yeah, here. Okay, okay, okay. Na ano na siya. Control Z. Okay. Let's try to check in your above graph if this is really valid. So from this particular graph that you do have, we are able to have or I mean found out this um graph, I mean the regular expression. So we do have 1 star. So first 1 star, yes, that is correct. So we also do have 0, 1 star and 0. So we have 0 and 1 star and 0 accepted. So it could be 1 star, yes, then 0 and then 1 star and 0. Pwede siya. What about this one? After this, let's continue 1. If it is acceptable, 1, yes, correct, acceptable. Plus, it could be, it will run through with this one because this is closure. It could pass by 1 and then will go back into this one. So therefore accepted yapon. And what about 0, 1? 0 and then 1, correct, star, and then 0. This is here, 0, then 1 star, this one, and then 0, this one, and 1 star, again, this one, and 0, this one, and of course, looping because it will loop over and over again. So that this is acceptable for this value. So therefore, this is our regular expression for this accordingly. So thank you so much for listening, everybody. I hope so that you were able to learn on how to get the regular expression for this one. So thank you so much. And if you wanted, I don't know if we can run through with the 5 states. Thank you so much and goodbye.